What's your favorite chip dip, salsa or guacamole? Guacamole. Complex flavor, brilliant color, heavenly mouthfeel. Plus, it's high in fiber. Good argument, Marina. You almost had me. But then I remembered that guac is for boring people with bad taste. Think about it. Salsa absolutely destroys guacamole. It's spicier, it's cheaper, it's not green. Why do you think they give you salsa and chips at restaurants? Because restaurant owners know the guacamole is the worst. No, they give you salsa because it's cheap. They couldn't sell it if they tried. Guac is more expensive because it's good. It's a gold dynamo roller of dips. Your face is the gold dynamo roller of dips. Marina's expression is great right there. What about you at home? Head over to the Splatfest terminal and pick a side. I'm sorry for breaking character right there, but I absolutely love that part where she's like, your face is the gold dynamo roller of dips. Even if I'm not shy in admitting that Marina is my favorite of the two, Pearl is absolutely awesome. Like, she's amazing. I love her. But anyway, enough about all that, because in today's episode, it is November 2018, as we'll be playing through Salsa versus Guacamole. Also, hey everyone, what's the gear to you? Welcome back to Splatoon 2 Splatfest and all the fun stuff. So, I remember playing this Splatfest, but this isn't my footage. TheJamesRolls once again provide the footage this time around for reasons we explained many times already. At the time that I was recording this, I was going through a time where I couldn't really play a whole lot of online games and things like that. So James was very helpful during this time. We will be soon getting to the point again where I was able to start recording things. So that's going to be pretty fun. But as for all that fun stuff, Salsa vs. Guacamole. Honestly, one of these Splatfest themes that I probably couldn't care less about because I don't like a salsa or guacamole, and that's probably blasphemous to say, but like I just don't really like dip in general because like I already have the food in front of me. Why do I want to go through the extra effort of putting the food in another thing of food, and it doesn't really enhance the taste that much. Now I know there is some dip out there that is amazing and things like that, but I'm just not really that kind of person when I eat food. Like, if I have chicken McNuggets with McDonald's or something like that, then I will have a sweet and sour sauce, and I probably will sometimes have, like, salt or ketchup on my french fries, but that's about it. I don't even have salad dressing when I eat a salad. But anyway, salsa versus guacamole. Interesting Splatfest idea. I'm probably a lot of people care about. I'm just not one of those kind of people. But what I do care about is the stage. It's a shot and door fits it too. We've seen it plenty of times before, and it's always a fun time to see. That's the actual Splatfest itself. It happened from November 17th, 2018 through November 18th, 2018. There aren't really a whole lot of interesting details to really discuss about the Splatfest in particular, but there is something really funny about the Splatfest dialogue from Marina and Pearl we'll be talking about a little bit later when it becomes just a little bit more relevant. With 1 minute left to go, let's talk about the other versions of this particular Splatfest. So Salsa vs. Guacamole was the North American version. The European version is the one that I honestly wish that we got instead. It was eat it or save it. Basically asking if you're going to eat the food or if you're going to save it for later. It's a pretty interesting idea, and I really, really wish that we got this one instead, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Now, something that I would like to point out about some of these Splatfests art this time around. So, first of all, I absolutely love the artwork that they had for the Eat It vs. Save It Splatfest. It looks really cute. But I also absolutely love the artwork they have for Salsa vs. Guacamole as well. Because just look at them dancing. It's so cute. I've already talked about this a whole lot before during the Let's Play, but One of the more common ships within the Splatoon fan base is for Marina and Pearl to be together. Now, I'm kind of mixed on this. So sometimes I'll lean towards them being a couple. Sometimes I'll lean towards them just being more like friends and things like that. I can never make up my mind on which one I prefer. I'm fine either way. But like this picture of them dancing together, whenever I see it, it always makes me lean towards them being like a couple and things like that because they just look so cute together. There's a couple other things that have me lean more towards them being like being a couple that we'll be discussing a little bit later in the Let's Play. But that's one of the bigger ones that always makes me lean in that direction because again, they just look so cute. I'm gonna have the picture up again on screen, even though we already showed it before, and it's honestly gonna be on the thumbnail as well and things like that. But they're just so cute together. And now we'll be playing through this shifty station layout. This is Gusher Towns. Interesting stage, but I'm not that big of a fan to be honest. This is probably one of my lesser favorite of the Splatfest shifty station layouts. It's not a bad stage or anything like that, it's just that there isn't really a whole lot that like screams, I have to play this one right now. Like a few of the other ones we've seen before. But the big gameplay idea with this one is that you'll be activating the gushers around the stage, and they'll be taking you to higher locations. So basically imagine... Actually, I forgot about that. That is actually really cool. I totally forgot that you can have the gushers appear across the walls as well. That's a really cool idea. Why didn't I like this one? So yeah, that's a really cool strategy you can use where you can have the gusher kind of act as like a little barrier between you and your enemies because when the gusher is activated, your opponents can't go through it, so they have to find another route through the area. So, yeah, it's a lot more strategic than I thought it would be. I swear, that word, strategic, that is like my thermodynamics, if you ever watch like Steven vlogs or something like that. I always have a hard time saying strategic. Like, that and the fact that I have a hard time pronouncing SHs, those are like two of my biggest problems with trying to like speak words and things like that. I don't know what it is, but strategic is a weird word. And as for the Japanese version of this Splatfest, this was another one of those cross-promotional thingies. So it makes sense this one was a Japanese exclusive one because it was promoting a brand that's really only available in Japan. As far as I know, it might be popular in other countries, but I've never seen one of these myself, so who knows. So the Splatfest was Pocky Chocolate versus Pocky Goku Boso. That is a word that is difficult to pronounce, and I really hope I pronounce it correctly. Also, this is another Splatfest artwork that I absolutely love because I really like how they're holding the candy as if they're like weapon staffs or things like that. Marina in particular looks epic during this artwork. It's just absolutely cool. And we're getting pretty close to the end of this Splatfest match, so I'm going to be quiet for a minute so you can listen to the music, because the music is awesome. And also, I totally take back what I said about this shifty station layout, because this is awesome. With all the gushers and things like that, acting as barriers. That is honestly one of the coolest things I've seen, so I don't know why I didn't like this one before. Also, I like how I said that like I'd be quiet during the music, but that I kept talking anyway, because I never stopped talking. You know what just occurred to me? So, James likes to tease me because during my first Splatoon Let's Play, I usually only use the footage of matches that I won. And this episode was footage of, was a footage he recorded, and he lost both of them. So, let's just say that's revenge. Salsa too hot to handle! No! Don't step on the spice if you can't pay the price. Team Guac got rocked at hot salsa paradise. Splat me now. Yeah, we did it, Team Salsa. If you participate in the Splatfest, your prizes are waiting in the square. Now, before I wrap up this video, I'd like to point out what would have happened if a Team Guacamole won instead. I've already done this a whole lot in these videos and things like that, because not all of them really are that interesting, to be honest. But this one is pretty funny. Yeah, Guac rocks! Oh, come on! This cloud system is busted. I demand a recount. That's 3 wins in a row for me. I can't be contained. And you know what, Pearly? But I'm gonna win the next one too. Booyah! If you participate in the Splatfest, your prizes are waiting in the square. So I'm taking care of all that to run this video off here. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of Splatoon 2 Splatfest. In the next episode, it's going to be December 2018, as we'll be taking care of a very special Splatfest at Hero versus Villains. I have a lot to say about this one, and it's going to be a fun time. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Until next time, Lady Gear to you. Oh yeah.